Okay, January 10th, 2025. We're here in a familiar area. That's looking north. There's the result from the storm drain coming from the collection point that feeds in to our left there. Looking south, water continues down through the little culvert there to the right and then continues toward the Diedrich Slough. A little bit of ponding along the path. Here's where it crosses over. Alright, storm drain runoff into the Diedrich Slough, which is elevated. It's looking west toward Island Lakes condominiums and the enhanced lake on their side. Continuing east. Other side, flowing east from the culvert we just looked at. There's some puddling down there and further along. A quick look back at the first Diedrich Slough pond, just east of Island Lakes condominiums. Trees in the water. Okay, just a little bit further on the path, walking east. Slough goes under the road, which is Goodpasture Island Loop. Forest Hills Apartments. Path continues straight ahead. Starting down the Forest Hills path. Slough on the right. Looking east. And back toward Goodpasture Island Road loop. Slough back in camera view. Heading east. Coming around the corner, looking northeast. Slough continues on the right, and that's Beltline transitioning to Delta up there. Getting closer to Beltline. Here's that one, I guess you could call it break in the fence. We could squeeze through. There's the slough as it passes through the Beltline as it transitions to Delta Highway. This is looking east. Northeast. I guess one question is, why is Valley River not protecting Forest Hills from the Beltline? Because their fence doesn't start till further down by the gate, while this remains unchanged for many years and is basically original condition, just like most of what's down here is. So why a new fence behind the preserve and nothing here for Forest Hills? Well, I guess you would say that Forest Hills has installed fencing right up next to their buildings and between some of their buildings. So that in essence, perhaps from their point of view, that protects Forest Hills. Why they didn't also put this fence up against the preserve property line like they did at Forest Hills, instead of all the way down here to the original fence near the freeway, no explanation so far. So Forest Hills has put their fence up along their property line and not up against the freeway, whereas the preserve and Valley River Village has decided not to put it on the preserve property line, but instead all the way down here, blocking the pedestrian pathway easement, which has been here for many years. Beltline, as the East Bank Trail passes underneath, looking north. River is up. We're going to be heading south along the East Bank Trail. And there's the other side of the gate obstruction. With this lockbox or keypad has been destroyed and it's not been repaired yet. Looking south, these are the gates that get closed when there's high water down below, as this stuff path drops down closer to the river. And it's currently open, even though I see a little bit of obstruction down there. We'll Take a shot of that as we get closer. Okay, as we continue south, this is the obstruction I told you about. Water's encroaching from the river. And we start to gain a little elevation, so this water will stay behind us, but this area has been known to flood in its entirety. Hence the gates at both ends to keep people out when it is more flooded. Okay, gates at the other end that can be closed to keep people from heading down that way and getting wet. And that is looking east on the East Bank Trail at this position on the trail. Geese looking at the Willamette. Alright, we're still on the East Bank Trail. There's the Owasso Bridge down there, and the UWeb pumping station that sends all the effluent and stuff from Goodpasture Island over there.